that down, let's talk about this, shall we? Sticking on the topic of Star Wars rumors coming from Christian Harloff on that same show that Christian was doing when he was talking about Obi-Wan, he also mentioned the upcoming Mandalorian movie. And he apparently has heard who the villain of the film is going to be. And it's going to be a villain that we knew from Clone Wars, sticking on a theme with Dave Filoni, keep trying to do Clone Wars stuff. And it's going to be voiced by Clone Wars, a bounty hunter by the name of Embo. Now, Embo was not in a lot of the series. Like he wasn't a regular or even a regular recurring. He would pop up here and there, had the cool hat like that. But he was actually a pretty cool character. There's this, actually was from this episode, I think that you've got an image up there for, Jonathan. I think was his coolest moment where he's literally chasing Anakin as he's trying to get away in a speeder with a couple people, and he's like literally takes his hat down and uses it as a snowboard, and he's literally chasing them down this snowy hill. It was actually like one of the better moments of the series, I thought. Anyway, so the Dave Filoni voiced the character in it, and it sounds like this could be the main villain of the film, maybe, or at least the main villain that we see, and then we find out there's a bigger villain behind it. Now, stop me if you've heard this before. According to the stuff I'm reading, they're saying that Embo is going to be the main bad guy, and he's chasing after and trying to kill Little Stinky, all while Mando is trying to protect Little Stinky. Again, if you have heard this before, it's because it's the exact plot line from the Clone Wars movie. But there you have it. Listen, I like this character, and you know what? I even don't mind the idea of taking a more obscure character from something else and then raising them to a prominent thing in another piece. I actually don't mind that at all. And the nice thing about Embo is because so few people compared to the grander Star Wars movie fan base, considering so few people know who this is, in many ways is kind of going to be a new character for a lot of movie-going fans. So I like the idea of the character. I also don't mind the idea of Dave Filoni voicing the character because he did in the show. Mm-hmm. I just don't know about the story because didn't we do this story already? I mean, listen, right now it's a lot of rumor and innuendo and interpretation, and maybe none of this is true at all. If the story that's coming from Christian is true and the information he's being given is correct, then yeah, that's my one problem with it is like, really? We're doing this story again, only now Little Stinky's grown up? I don't know. Chris, you read about this, you heard about this. I guess there's two different things here. Number one, for the sake of the discussion, assuming the report is real and true, what do you think about Embo being like a main antagonist of the film? And then what do you think about the whispers of what the storyline could be?
Yeah, I had to look up who Embo was because, as always, to be clear, my Star Wars knowledge is very limited in that it is the movies and a few comic books. I'm not somebody who ever read the extended universe novels or did any of those deep dives. I'm not like you guys or Logan who point at a species and are like, oh yeah, that's such and such. Their whole backstory is this, that, and the other. So I'm glad that this is a character that almost no one knows about. Right. We're all on a level playing field here. His character design is really cool. I think he's really interesting. And I do like, to your point, the idea of expanding on somebody who isn't very well known. So then you can kind of do whatever you want. It's blue skies, right? You're not beholden to the actual lore and canon stuff that you have in there. That being said, yeah, we've done Bounty Hunter story already. We've done that. And with some other characters who have been really cool. And killed off perhaps too soon. So I'm not super jazzed about this in one way or the other. It doesn't really move the needle for me. It's just, okay, so that's what's going to be happening? Neat. There's going to be somebody chasing them that at least gives us some sense of urgency, and we're going to have cool fight scenes, I assume, from this guy. But other than that, it kind of is just That's neat. Also, how dare you call Grogu Little Stinky? He is an angel baby who has to be protected.
No, that's what they call Jabba the
know.
Hutt's son. I'm not calling Grogu that.
Oh, I thought you were calling Grogu Little
No,
Stinky. And I
Rhoda
was
the
like, how
Hutt.
dare you, John?
No, remember, because that's what they called.
Oh.
That's what they called Rhoda the Hutt in the
Okay.
Clone Wars movie.
Never mind.
Ahsoka referred to him-
retract my rage.
Yes, no. Remember, Ahsoka referred to him as Little Stinky, and that's what his
right.
name was in the movie. And now Little Stinky's all grown up, and Rhoda the Hutt's now all grown up. And lest we forget, the Bears Emmy Award-winning Jeremy Allen White is
Oh,
going to be doing
yes.
the voice of Little Stinky.
Which
He's
is
doing the voice of Rhoda the Hutt.
really weird.
Yeah, so now I don't think he's going to be doing any motion capture or going to be any suit. He's just
You
probably going
don't
to go
think
into
Jeremy Allen White's just gonna like slink around the volume in his little wetsuit?
No, he's going to go in for a few days into a sound booth and
That makes
voice it. But that's interesting. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, CookUnity. You ever feel like so much of your day revolves around planning meals or preparing food, especially when you're trying to eat healthier? I know we all do, but that all changes when you discover CookUnity. Now you can enjoy vibrant, chef-crafted meals without spending hours in the kitchen. It's freed up so much of my time and energy to focus on my other goals. CookUnity partners with award-winning chefs, the same chefs you see on TV and those five-star restaurants, to create small batch meals just for you. These meals are made with fresh, local, in-season ingredients delivered right to your door. And here's the best part. They arrive fresh, not frozen, and all it takes is a few minutes to heat them up. I recently tried their Mom's Sunday Sauce Rigatoni, and it was incredible. Plus, knowing that I'm supporting local chefs and sustainable suppliers makes every bite even better. Whether you want variety, convenience, or just better food, CookUnity has it all. Reset your routine with convenient, mouth-watering meals crafted with local ingredients by award-winning chefs. Go to cookunity.com/Campea or enter the code Campea before checkout for 50% off your first week. That's 50% off your first week by using the code Campea or by going to cookunity.com/Campea. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, number one, what do you think about the potential of who the villain may be? And number two, if that is the villain, what do you think about the rumor of what the story arc could be? Again, none of these, I want to make sure we're very, very clear about this. None of this is coming from the studios or anything like that. We can't verify the validity of the information that got passed on to Christian, but I mean, this is the information that got passed on to him. So if it's true, how do you feel about it? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.